Friday evening. We made it to the weekend. South Carolina Weather Watchers, I am back with another forecast update. With this moisture still going on inside of the low country and southern PD regions of South Carolina, we have some stuff to still talk about for today. As the low pressure is making its way towards probably northeastern Florida or Georgia, but it's probably going to be around, probably going to be around Georgia, somewhere around there. But we are going to just get started. It's already 9:01, so let's get started. Good Friday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. We have made it to the weekend. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Friday evening and the future. So, looking at the radar right now, we're not looking at the Columbia radar just because we pretty much are already set in terms of the upstate and the Midland regions. Nothing's going on up there, and the northern PD region for like Myrtle Beach, Conway, Loris is also not seeing anything either. The only places that are seeing actual things going on is the low country and the southern PD regions of South Carolina. Those are really the only regions, again, that anything's happening in. And we also still do have some moisture still off of the coast. So we'll continue to keep that in mind. And let's go and talk about the MRMS and talk about all of South Carolina. If we go and look at the winter weather radar, we still do have some heat advisories, excessive heat warnings, and fog as well that's going on for Pennsylvania, New York, as well as Connecticut, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Northern Kentucky, and Virginia as well. We also do have some excessive heat watches as well near on the coast as well. So still have some heat going on up there. We also do have some flooding concerns going on pretty much through Minnesota, South Dakota, as well as Nebraska and Iowa. Has some rain, downpours going through Wisconsin. Severe weather goes through the Rockies and the Northern Rockies and the Southern Rockies, as well as inside of the Central Plains. We have severe weather going on down there. Excessive heat going on in California and Arizona. The Pacific Northwest is looking actually very good. Obviously down here in like Florida, receiving a bunch of rain. Same thing down here with Texas and New Mexico, Arizona, the Four Corners region, and also as well seeing some action. So everyone's seeing some sort of action right now, unless if you're in like this little, let me close that. Unless you're in this little bubble right here where nothing's going on, or if you're up here inside the Pacific Northwest, nothing's going on in those regions. But everywhere else, everyone's having some things that they're gonna have to worry about. Here is our cloud cover satellite. You can see that we do have some low clouds all the way inside the Midlands of South Carolina, as well as inside of the Charleston region. We do have those showers moving through, and those are obviously bringing cloud cover with it. So isolated cloud cover down in the low country of South Carolina, and isolated low clouds, maybe even some low cloud / fog going through portions of like western Columbia all the way up towards like Rock Hill and down just to the north of Augusta. Here's our cloud cover total percentage. If we push this forward, you can see as we get to around like 5 hours from now, still have that isolated cloud cover that goes all the way towards the coastline, and more clouds will push in. Look at these cloud covers. Look at this cloud cover, especially up there inside of the upstate of South Carolina is what I'm watching for. It's gonna push those Atlantic clouds out. And then there goes the low pressure. You can see the low pressure. Well, you can't see it anymore, but let me go back. Right there, you can see kind of like the little eye. That's the low pressure right there. And as you push that forward, as the clouds get closer to the low pressure, it kind of joins together with the low pressure as well. And then more clouds form for us tomorrow morning up inside like the upstate and the Midlands of South Carolina. Still have some pretty decent cloud cover as well over there towards the low country of South Carolina. But once we get to around, I'd say probably around like the early afternoon hours. This is what cloud cover could be looking like. Some isolated cloud cover throughout most of South Carolina, but if you're down there towards like the actual low country of South Carolina, it actually starts to become more cloudy down there. Looking at the current temperatures, 82 in Rock Hill, 82 in Columbia, 80 in Charleston, 80 in Savannah, 84 in Augusta, as well as Anderson and Greenville, 80 in Myrtle Beach, 82 Sumter and Florence. Low temperatures for tonight, around 73 in Columbia, 71 in Sumter, as well as Kingstree and Moncks Corner, Orangeburg, Barnwell, and Aiken, 70 in Greenville, 69 Anderson, Rock Hill, and Spartanburg, 77 in Charleston, Hilton Head Island, and 76 up there in Myrtle Beach. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 hours. We could see actually around a good half an inch to maybe even an inch going through for like places just to the west of Hilton Head Island, all the way up there towards Jasper County, South Carolina. Charleston could still see around a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch. Georgetown, tenth of an inch to a hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch. Same thing with Myrtle Beach, Dillon, Florence, Sumter, even Kingstree and Orangeburg as well. But I think the most rain is going to be seen again near the South Carolina-Georgia border. That's where most of the rain is going to be at. Here's our SPC outlook for day one. You can see here that we do have a TSTM, just a regular everyday thunderstorm going through today. The rest for tonight, we can refresh it, see if they updated it, which yes, they have. Here's the new updated one. You can see, again, it kind of gets confined to the low country of South Carolina going into the southern PD regions of South Carolina. That's where that TSTM goes. Tomorrow, we do have a TSTM that goes again from Augusta all the way down towards Georgetown. And south of that line, you can see that everyone else is inside of the regular everyday thunderstorm TSTM, light green. And then day 3, the entire state of South Carolina has a chance of seeing thunderstorms on Sunday, June the 23rd. 2024. So we will continue to look at that. Let's look at the models and see what they show for tonight and pretty much for most of the future. Here it is right here. Let me move over to the HRRR. And we're going to go to the 18Z. Wait for this thing to load up a little bit. And then here we go, starting out at 9 o'clock. Not a lot of action right now, according to HRRR, around 3 o'clock. But then as we get into like the Beaufort at around 10 o'clock, so we're going to have to watch out for some rounds of heavy rainfall, maybe heavy downpours, moderate downpours that will be going through kind of in a train-like motion. This is why this area over here could possibly see an inch of rain, just because of the training thunderstorm that's going over this area over and over and over again. And you can see it again better. I mean, it probably will still be raining by around 6, 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, more showers through Charleston County. 12 o'clock tomorrow, could still see showers again going through low country still. And then finally, we might see a bit of a relief for the low country around tomorrow. I'd say around 4 or 5 o'clock. But that means the Midlands are now starting to see some precipitation as well as we go into 8 or 9 o'clock. We start to see some showers move through there. But then 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, more showers and maybe even a couple of thunderstorms off the coast could potentially be going on. Maybe even some with some gusty winds and some small hail going through early Sunday morning, 5 o'clock off the coast as well. And there goes some more convection popping up to our west, 2 o'clock on Sunday p.m. And again, that will probably start to become more of a thunderstorm threat as modeled here. You can see the TSTM. Now let's go and talk about excessive rainfall. Not a lot in terms of excessive rainfall, really just a marginal risk that goes for the coastal regions like North Charleston, Mount Pleasant, over here towards Beaufort, Hilton Head Island. And tomorrow, just another marginal risk of excessive rainfall. Some isolated flash flooding is possible on the South Carolina-North Carolina border, just near Savannah. Once that's gone, here is the National Hurricane Center and Central Pacific Hurricane Center outlook. You can see here that AL92, or I say Invest 92, L, is now weakening. It doesn't really have a chance to really form anymore. It says satellite imagery and the National Weather Service Doppler radar indicates that the well-defined low-pressure area located about 40 miles southeast of Brunswick, Georgia, is producing only minimum shower and thunderstorm activity at this time. The low is likely to move inland during the next several hours, and the chances of the system to become a tropical depression are decreasing. However, interest along the coast of Georgia and northeastern Florida should continue to monitor the process of the system until it moves inland by the National Weather Service, as well as local forecasts issued by your local National Weather Service forecast office. So that's nothing really to do with us. That's really just to do with Georgia, the coastal Georgia and northeastern Florida. You have to watch for that over there. And let's talk about the. Oh wait, actually no, we still have this one down here. I'm almost forgetting about it. This one down here, disturbance 2, has a 50% chance of forming in the next 48 hours, 50% for the next 7 days. Satellite imagery and surface observations indicate a broad area of low pressure is forming over the Bay of Campeche. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of this system as it moves slowly west-northwestward or northwestward, and a tropical depression could form over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico this weekend. Interest along the Gulf Coast and Mexico should monitor the progress of this system. So we're gonna have to watch. Well, they're gonna have to watch out for that, mainly for southern Texas, coastal portions of Mexico as well, mainly northeastern Mexico. The same place that tropical Alberto just went through. It's the same thing, same place pretty much. They might get hit with again, and this isn't even the most active part of hurricane season. We're just getting started, so we are nowhere near done with this yet. So now let's talk about the future. So let me pull up the models real quick, and here it is. Right here, we're going to move our way down towards the southeast, and let's move my pen, and then here we go. So starting off, that system is going to move out of our hair I'd say pretty much by Sunday. Then as we get into Monday, we get some more isolated showers, more isolated thunderstorms, but look at this area right here. It's all nice and dry, but look at the next model run. Just pops up with convection around 6 hours later. So again, this is very low resolution. It probably won't pop up just like that, but it's still very interesting to see how fast that convection is popping up. And then as we continue through June the 26th and even the 27th as well, rain will be moving through South Carolina again on the 27th. That's around, let's see, that the 27th, that is Thursday, you have to watch out for some more precipitation to move through, thunderstorms to push through, maybe even for the coast as well. You can see some more thunderstorms, and we get not really too much of a break, but a little break, but not really too much of a break. I mean, it's kind of like a small break, nothing really to watch for now though. June the 30th is also looking not too good, and we even have a low pressure forming down here inside of the Atlantic. That's going to move towards a bit kind of like not the same place that got hit with Alberto if this was modeled correctly, but like more like southern portions. Continue to move this forward some more, just rain after rain after rain after rain after rain almost every single day through most of next week. And even though we will be getting this rain like most of next week, it's still going to be incredibly hot. We talked about it. We talked about it last night for sure. We'll talk about it again on probably Sunday. So Sunday evening, we'll probably talk about those high temperatures again. But even though we get a little break, we will still see some rain and probably still some record-breaking temperatures still. So moving past it a little bit more, you see rain showers after rain showers. July the 4th, in the morning time, in the afternoon, it's actually not looking too bad, but once you get to around 8 o'clock, it seems to really want to get the coast a lot more. But it is looking better, because earlier it was covering almost the entire state. Now it's only covering the coast, so it may be looking a bit better. And again, just more showers and storms passing through after that. So we're going to be, again, inside this active period, more rain that will hopefully help our drought issues. And I'm trying to think. I think it's Dorchester, Berkeley, and Clarendon counties, I believe, is under the drought, a D1 drought now. So hopefully this will help knock it out a little bit. But let's go and talk to the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. 6 people watching and 5 likes. Let's get that like. Let's hit that like button. Make sure that you guys hit it. If you have not already, please go on ahead and hit it. Mr. Anthony says, good evening. Good evening to you. Nana says, hello, Jay. Good job. As always, thank you. And then my cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman. I hope the weekend be nice for you. You've been working all week, so take it easy. We love you always in our heart, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that. On Saturday, that's just reminded me of that. Saturday, I'm not sure if I'm going to be here on Saturday. Saturday evening, I think I for sure won't be here Saturday evening, but Saturday morning, there's a chance, and I think that there is a chance that I am Saturday morning, but Saturday evening, I don't think I will, so just determines what goes on. If something else happens and I do end up coming back at 9, check out the community tab, and that's usually where I post up my updates. I probably need to talk about that now, because a lot of people don't know where the community tab is. If you go to my channel right here, just SC Weather, and you go down right here to community, you click that, and then this is where I post all of my updates at. Like over here, 6 days ago I said no video today, I'll be back Sunday, June the 16th. And then 10 days ago I said live broadcast delayed for 9:30 p.m. tonight. That's where I posted we have done it 100 subscribers. And then I even post some weather updates sometimes if severe, like this is when severe weather was going through around a month ago. Severe weather was going through mainly most of South Carolina. So, again, that's where I post updates at. If I'm not going to be here, that's where I post it at. But expect me not to be here tomorrow. The morning is mainly the only exception that I have. So, let's go and talk about the other cities. Let's talk about Raleigh and San Antonio. I don't think I have anything else for South Carolina viewers. So if you're only here for South Carolina, there's nothing else to talk about in terms of South Carolina terms. Just gonna be hot next week and more of just an active period. But moving down here to San Antonio, let's go and move this forward. We do have some rain that's moving through probably right now as we speak. But as we continue, nothing really for like the next 48 hours. I mean, not really seeing anything else. Let's move over to temperatures. Pull out my little instrument thing, move it back to 9 o'clock p.m. Right, here we go with that. So, moving this forward, just drop some water on my thing. All right. But moving this forward, going through tonight, we lows around 74, and then tomorrow, back inside those highs of 95 in San Antonio, and then as you go into tomorrow, lows around 74, and then around 2 o'clock on Sunday, it will be around the 90s, 91, somewhere around there. We move on over towards Raleigh and move our way up here. As we go into tonight, low temperatures seems to be around 71. Tomorrow highs around 96, and then tomorrow night lows around 74, and then around 96 on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then in terms of rain in general, move this forward. As we move our way into tonight, nothing for tonight. Same thing for tomorrow, and seems to be nothing for Sunday as well. So that's pretty much that for both of y'all. Don't think any severe weather is expected, but we're going to obviously check just in case because I'm always probably gonna miss something. So let's start off with excessive rainfall first. Nothing for Raleigh or San Antonio for the next 3 days, and then nothing for the next 5 days either. And then as we go into actual severe weather, nothing for today, nothing for tomorrow, and nothing for day 3. So you're good on both of those days as well. So that's both of y'all's forecasts. Let's talk about weather news as well, because that's also pretty important. We haven't done that in a second. So we do have heavy rain, flooding possible inside the southwest, like mainly like the Utah regions, New Mexico. So if you know anybody around there, let them know that they do have a chance for some type of flash flooding, maybe flooding again inside the southwest and the upper Midwest as well, up here inside of Wisconsin, southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, and southeastern South Dakota as well, with some severe weather with that as well. Severe weather all throughout the Rockies and the Central Plains right now. And then obviously the heat over here inside of the Northeast is still going on, and it's don't know when it's going to stop yet. And also some very impactful flooding that's going through portions of, I'm trying to think, what's Mexico and southern Texas as well. Gotten some very, very heavy rain. I'm seeing pictures. I can't share them on stream because that's obviously, they're not mine. I don't own them, so I can't show them to y'all, and I would have to ask for permission. But I mean, if you just look up Tropical Storm Alberto photos, or like Tropical Storm, you look on YouTube and look up like flooding photos or something like that, you'll probably see them. They're all around. So hopefully they can get all that stuff figured out over there. But that's all that I have. Make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button. We got 2 subscribers tonight. While I was talking, we were at 125. Now we're at 127. Let's keep on hitting it, and let's keep on getting higher and higher. Also, make sure that you guys hit the like button as well. We're at 5 likes right now, and there's 9 people watching. Let's go on 6 likes now. So let's continue to get that like button up some more. And also make sure you guys share. It could be anybody that you know, hopefully inside of South Carolina. But if you know it's somebody somewhere else that just wants to come in, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, obviously that's fine as well. I'm not opposed to anybody else that's out of South Carolina coming in and trying to support. That's obviously fine. And that's all that I have. I don't see any other words, any type of chats. Just see last thing with a bunch of purple hearts. So that's all that I have. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Friday. If I do not see you tomorrow, I will be back on Sunday evening with another forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Friday night.